On our way out of St. Simon's into the channel, Jeff and I decided that we would put the hardware on the lazarette hatch that I had just finished working on. We figured that we better do this as a safety precaution as we were going out into the ocean. And who knows if we might end up taking water in the cockpit. Probably not, but you know, just for safety measures, it's best to have it done. I was feeling pretty good as we were finishing up this project and heading out the channel. I was steering and kind of making some funny videos here about different ways that I steer the boat. I wasn't feeling sick at all. I was feeling really good. We were enjoying heading out and excited about the idea of cutting down the number of days that we would have to slog up the ICW. By heading out offshore, we were going to save at least 2.5 days on the trip, which was good because we were on a tight timeline. I steer with my hands, I steer with my feet, I steer with the autopilot. Pretty much whatever works to get me out of the sun. Sometimes that means just Jeff will step in and do the steering. But the conditions were really pretty nice. As you can see here, we were able to get the sails up and the sky was beautiful. The seas were, you know, pretty calm. It was nice to have the boat out and to sort of see what she was capable of doing. We'd spent a lot of time motoring the boat up until this point, and we're really enjoying being out in the ocean, sort of seeing her in all her glory.
So it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock maybe. We left St. Simon's Island right off we were just anchored off Morningstar Marina there. We left there about 11 o'clock this morning. We pulled up anchor, headed out St. Simon Sound, and as soon as we got far enough out the channel to the Red 6, that we could start with depth to the north, that we could start cutting out of the channel, we put up our sails, and we've been under sail since then, and we're making about 7 averaging probably, maybe 6, 8 or so over the last bunch of hours. A little less than 100 miles from the light off of Charleston. We're not sure yet whether we're going to go to Charleston or whether we're going to continue on to Southport and the Cape Fear River and maybe go in there. We're trying to just make some time headed north. We figured out that by going outside here to Charleston, we're going to save 4 days doing one overnight. We'll save 3 more if we continued on to Southport. So we were just talking about how this was one of the first times that we really had the boat sailing after owning it for a year, for a bunch of hours on end. It's been so nice. Boat sails really well. Here we're probably in, where we've seen probably 18 to 20 today, and the boat's just ripping along, and it's been great. So really looking forward to the rest of the evening, and hopefully the autopilot continues to work for us, because that's a key.
It's 6:45 in the morning, and we should be arriving in Charleston now. Unfortunately, we ran into some pretty severe storms last night and had to turn around and try to outrun them, which did not work. It was crazy. I'm really shaken up by the whole thing. And disappointed because this was pretty much the only position that I could be in without being wickedly sick the entire trip. I had motored us out of St. Simon's, and as soon as we turned north and put the sails up, any position essentially that wasn't laying down made me feel really queasy and just generally out of it. I got up a few times to help Jeff turn the boat up into the wind so he could take the mainsail down, and a few times to do quick little watches so so he could take a couple naps. But it was pretty useless. It really sucks. So yeah, we hit some crazy storms. The alert was for 70-mile-an-hour winds and damaging hail on land, and for all seafaring vessels to, scoot or take safety. And we changed directions a bunch of times, ended up off course because our autopilot sometimes is fluky, and ended up sort of riding between 3 pretty wicked storm cells. And at least we know the boat can do it. And Jeff learned that he can single him the boat without me, so that's good too. But this was a really crazy night. From the looks of the shot, it's now about, 7:15, 7:30 in the morning. You would never have guessed what we went through last night. There was water everywhere below, and just the worst seas, the worst lightning. It was really scary. There's definitely been some material casualties aboard. That book over there is done. A lot of stuff went flying around the cabin. I'll have to assess the damage this morning. We secured the boat really well, put everything in lockers, everything. Put pillows behind books to make sure that they're tight in the bookcases. We really take every precaution possible to make the cabin safe, because every projectile is, potentially a painful one. And it was just a mess. Our drawers were sliding open, our canned goods were falling out. I'm laughing now, but I was just scared, really scared. Now we are just off of Port Royal, I think, where there's another storm, or one of these storms from last night still stagnant, and we're hoping it's not coming out this way.
These are the ones that don't usually play with us.
So despite a pretty rough night, it's always nice to be welcomed in to sort of port or into the ICW by dolphins. It sort of makes everything better and erases all the memories of a rough night. So we hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, give us a thumbs up. And next time on Return to Seasons, we'll have a video about Price Bend to Georgetown.